Hi, welcome back to the channel again. Today we are going to talk about money and finance in the subcategory of the channel. And so we're going to talk about a concept a little bit that's really interesting. I think it's something that's going to help people in their walk, right? In their financial walk, in terms of hitting their goals financially. If you try to work, get out of debt, or get out of debt, then put money on the side to be able to afford a purchase, or just overall, put money to the side as well for long term, for retirement, for investing. Why not? I haven't I haven't decided when to talk about investments and things like that. You gotta do enough research for that, because those are things that are pretty near and dear to people. So, but there are some things that definitely cannot fail. You can't be afraid to talk about some type of investment, because those for the most part are gonna work. But things that will be complicated, it's a little bit, you have to kind of research those things before you talk about investment. But today we're going to talk about a concept about delayed gratifications, which is basically what? Um, Delayed gratification, basically the theory of that is you want you don't want to rush into new spending or high spending, high ticket items, without first looking and studying where you are and where you stand with your finances. That's why delayed gratification, and other times, um, if you think about it, you really want something right now, or whether it's in a household, in a spouse's situation, even single. But the other time where you feel like you work hard, you want to reward yourself, you want to buy something, but at the same time you're working on a plan financially, right? And all of a sudden you want to rush into things. See, one of the main reasons I realize that people rush into getting things is that I truly believe down deep everyone wants to feel like they are successful. Everyone wants to feel that they're not being left behind by others. I think there's a by default social comparison that happens in economic groups. And I know we blame sometimes, oh, you don't want to keep up with the Joneses, but it's almost like a human natural tendency to want to look around, and this person is doing like this, and it's not because they want to, it's just that nobody wants to be left behind. Therefore people rush and they start getting into things too early, and finally they get strained financially. And so today we want to talk about delayed gratification, which is basically means wait. If you can wait before that purchase, wait before that big ticket item that's going to put you into more financial, just because you want to catch up. Find out where you stand, look at your debt ratio, or your debt level versus your income. Look at how you're doing with your personal bills first. If you're comfortable with those already every month, and then what's your saving rate, right? How much do you save, if at all? I don't want to get into the statistics of savings and emergency funds and things like that. We've all heard those things. In this American society, we know the paycheck to paycheck mentality is pretty much more than the majority of the way people live. And so I'm not going to get into that. That's another debate about finances, economics. I'm not going to get into right now. But what I want this video to be is that if you're watching this and you're ready to go buy this big, and I'm saying, obviously this is all suggestion. It's an educational channel, so everyone that listens to this is probably an adult. They do what they want to do. You're always going to do what you want to do. You make a decision based on what you want to do. It's not because somebody's forcing you to do anything. But the recommendation is that one of the biggest thing about delayed gratification, which means waiting a little bit or for a while before you go get that item, that car, that new leather smelling car, that brand new house that has 4-car garage or 3 because you've had 1-car garage for too long, um, or that whatever bling or an expensive that or this. There's so many things that are expensive out there that you can that people can get. But the concept of delayed gratification is that one thing I know about delayed gratification is that if you wait right now, if you have the maturity right? Financial maturity and a maturity period, um, to wait, continue to plan your money, continue to design your plan to get out of debt, right? I know it's hard, treading water. A lot of people who've done that. Everybody's doing that, but there's a time where you can sit down and read a real assessment of where you stand. In one of my videos, I talk about net worth, right? What is your net worth right now? Which is basically everything that you own as an asset, which is either cash or can be turned into cash if you sell it, versus all the stuff that you owe right now, whether the balance on your mortgage, or your balance on your credit cards, on your car, on your boat, on your motorcycle, on your jet, on your plane, whatever that is. I don't know if I can be the financial advisor of people, that are buying jets. That's probably not going to be listening to me. Uh, but uh, but overall, it's the same concept, right? It's just levels of life. The income increases, people increase their lifestyle. That's all it is. And at the same time, you can have people with a lot of money, high income, but they just kind of barely making it. It's just because people want to, I worked hard, so I need to look successful and stuff like that. And that's fine, as long as you're okay with everything else and you're none to little to no debt. Then I think you should be okay. You can afford to get some few things. I think, in my opinion, for you to know that you can afford something is that, number one, you don't have to put it on credit, but number two, you're basically using credit because you want to. That's the key. That's a big thing. You're using credit because you want to, not because you have to. And you're using credit because you want to build a good score. That's why you're using credit, not because you have to use credit. It's because you want to build a good score. And again, if you have, you tell me, you probably ask me, well, if you have a good score, enough money, what do you need a good score for? Well, you never know what the things that you might want to, extremely big ticket, you might need a good credit down the road, but you still have cash to afford to buy either 50 or 75% of that down. And financing 20%, the balance at 10%, I think it's a very good situation, because most people finance 100%, they finance 80, 75, 90% of things. They put like very little down, versus when you're in a better financial situation, you can put a lot down, which gives you room to breathe. When the payment is small, you have enough cash to pay. And another thing, when you can afford something comfortably, is if you look at the payment and you can make that payment 2 or 3 times a month and still be able to save money put money in your savings. That's when you can afford something comfortably, and that's an indicator that you're doing well, you're doing okay, right? Versus the one payment can barely make it. That's an indicator that, I think, one of the I'm gonna talk about getting out of debt, and that's gonna be where I'm gonna talk about some step-by-step things, up to the things that most people don't want to do. It's very difficult, because after you work hard, and anyway, we'll get to that. And that's one of the biggest decisions when people are really truly serious about getting out of debt. Those are the suggestions that, when I'm going to talk about, it's going to be kind of a shocker, because some people don't want to do it. Some people do it. And I think those people are really mature, that they really want to get out of the financial difficulty, so they make drastic decisions. And that include very, very, very shocking things that people do, but it's because they're serious. And we'll talk about that. So delayed gratification is a great concept. I highly recommend that right now you assess your money, your financial walk. You if you want, I want to buy this, I highly suggest that you hold, and then you delay. Because guess what? When you delay, here's what I know is that when you get whatever you want now, if you delay and you get your money right, you will be able to afford something better than anything that I don't care what you're thinking about right now. If you delay and you get your money right, you'll be able to afford something better than what you want right now. And some people don't want to wait. No, I want to go get it. All right, fine. I mean, talk to adults. And I'm telling you, if you think about it, if you want a 2020 used, if you want a 2015 used car, if you delay because your money is not maybe quite right yet, I can guarantee you, when you get your money right, you're going to get a 2021 instead of getting a 2015. You're going to be able to afford it, a car of 2020. That's just an example. And so delayed gratification is it's a very rare concept. People don't talk about it, but it's a very powerful concept. And so that's what I wanted to put out there in the Finance and Money Say today. Hopefully there was something that was good. Obviously hit like, subscribe, hit the bell if you like. And I'm going to post even more regularly this time on this channel. Again, different subjects. I'm excited. I didn't want to be just involved into the money, because I feel like there's a lot of things that maybe people can benefit from, that I've come across through my readings, through my experiences, and I want to share here in a summary, in a short 10-minute video, 5 minute, or whatever. And so hope you guys liked it. And again, I hope to see you guys soon, and with a new topic and in a new section, or in the channel. So again, you guys have a great day, and good luck in your financial walk. Hopefully things get better for you financially, and then you hit your